guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Top 15 Things Only Canadians Would Understand. So I like this type of videos because I think you can really get into a nationality's psyche and you can understand them a little bit better because, it's only things that only are very particular to this kind of people and this specific nationality. So I'm excited. Let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Okay.
Canada is an absolutely fascinating place, and to be perfectly honest, we think that's putting it lightly. There are so many fascinating and weird things about the country you'd only understand once you're living in the country and are part of the Canadian culture. From an obsession with syrup and Cuba to free healthcare, today we're looking at the top 15 things only Canadians would understand. Let's begin.
Maple syrup.
Number 15. Serious about syrup. Americans may think of maple syrup as just something yummy to put on waffles, but in Canada it's big business. Even the flag hints at Canada's obsession with maple syrup. The Federation of Quebec,
I think more than an obsession is just, we are known for this.
Maple syrup producers,
and we're proud as well.
There's a strategic reserve of syrup in locations across Quebec to regulate the maple market.
Oh my God.
The Atlantic
There's
newspaper
the maple market? Okay.
compares this sweet, sticky reserve to the U.S.'s oil reserves. Quebec produces about 70%
It's just as expensive, I bet.
of the world's maple syrup, and the price per barrel is many times higher than oil.
Oh my
Just
God.
imagine that for a
Okay, it's even higher.
second. In 2012, the maple
Don't invest in oil, invest on maple trees.
reserve was the target of a major heist. Thieves stole over $30 million worth
love
of
this.
syrup from one of the reserve storage facilities.
Obviously don't do crime, but this is really funny.
Yes, $30 million. This is something only Canadians can relate to. We wonder how many waffles did they have, though.
Pancakes.
Number 14. Curd cheese is a national dish.
Isn't cheese curds?
You must be thinking, what even is curd cheese? It's a food item that is hard to describe to those who are not Canadian locals.
Oh, I thought it was something as similar to ricotta, I would bet.
You hear
So,
the word
cheese curds?
curd, you probably think of something that is unappealing or unappetizing,
Well,
but that couldn't be farther from the truth.
Depends.
Curd cheese goes best with poutine, which is basically a Canadian national dish.
I don't know if that's how it is made. I wish I hadn't seen this because, I don't know, it doesn't look that appetizing. Just tell me, just I don't know, show me how it is, how it looks when it's finished.
You can get it everywhere, from movie theaters to gourmet restaurants, where
A movie theater, you can get this at a movie theater? Wouldn't this make a mess?
chefs will often fancy it up with ingredients like foie gras and lobster. Canadians absolutely love curd cheese, and
Although, hold on, lobster, cheese, I don't know, that doesn't sound that good to me.
not liking it is a deportable offense in the country. Canadians
with
may
this.
look
Looks
like they're
disgusting.
peaceful people, but when it comes to food, they can get pretty violent.
Okay, why is he eating it like this?
Number 13. Universal healthcare.
for
Universal
Canadians.
what? As an American, the universal healthcare concept is kind of alien, but it is something every Canadian can
Free healthcare, what a concept.
relate to and be proud of. It is a part of every Canadian life, and the media doesn't even have to talk about it much. It's just so common.
Yeah, of
Canada's
course.
universal healthcare system utilizes a taxpayer-funded Medicare-like model that automatically covers citizens throughout the various provinces. It would surprise many Americans that a publicly funded healthcare makes people feel freer, not less. For those who can
I don't think it would surprise anyone just because it takes the weight of your shoulders, so yeah, it's a huge burden.
afford it, there are plenty of private options, but nobody lives in fear of the financial consequences of a major injury or disease.
Again, what a concept.
Now that's what we call freedom.
Yeah.
Number 12. 4 seasons in 24 hours.
What?
That's too much talk about food. Let's talk about something else. The weather. One thing only Canadians would understand is that the weather can actually go from negative 19 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius in one single hour.
Oh my God.
That might be a
an
stretch,
hour.
but this did happen in 1962 in Alberta. While these extremes don't regularly happen today, it's not uncommon for the temperature to
I'm glad.
fluctuate drastically from day to day, especially when the season is changing from winter to spring. There will be days where you can wear your shorts outside, and the next day snow will be falling. So it's best
Well, I hate that. Well, the extremes, no. Just go and have a season.
to pack both shorts and jackets when going to the beach. Canada
Yeah.
really is a fairy tale
Yeah, what happens if you're planning a trip? You have to pack everything basically. That sounds like a hassle.
land, isn't it? Number 11.
Sorry.
Apologize for apologizing. Okay, you must be thinking, this is pretty common in other parts of the world too, but Canada is known to be the most polite country in the world. That makes Canadians way more apologetic than the rest of the world. They seem to apologize so much, it becomes a bit annoying, which obviously results in them having to say sorry for saying sorry so much.
Okay, but again, is this a stereotype or does it actually happen?
Where does the madness even end?
Yeah,
Number 10. Milk in bags.
this is very strange to me.
This is one of the most absurd things you'll hear today. If you're an American, you probably never
I don't know if absurd, but it's very strange.
saw milk in anything other than a carton or bottle.
It would
Well,
be
in many
weird.
parts of Canada, milk comes in bags rather than cartons or jugs.
Yeah, but
This is
why?
particularly the case in eastern Canada, where buyers receive a
Oh my
big bag
God.
with 4 smaller bags of
This is so strange, and it's on the fridge. I don't know. It's that a bag of flour? No, it's milk. It's what on earth?
milk inside, then put it in a specially designed pitcher. The corner of the bag is cut, and then
What?
voila! All the milk you could ever want at your
Oh
disposal.
my god!
It's a mystery of how these milk buying
How come this is more practical than having a milk carton or a jug? This is insanity.
processes started, and why people would willingly buy an extra product that is needed to put the bags into.
Correct.
Only in
Yes.
Canada, you guys.
And they just accept this as normal. And are there any jugs available? I'm very confused.
Number 9. Obsession with Cuba.
Okay, that's weird.
Canada is the only nation in the world that is obsessed with Cuba. More than 1 million Canadians visit the island nation each year, the
Okay.
most from any other country. Cuba has long been a premier tropical destination for Canadians, with ads at bus stops and billboards across the nation boosting its popularity and touting discounted getaways. Canadians'
Well-
attraction for Cuban travel is so powerful that many got very upset when the Cuba-US relationship became better because the island nation would be overcrowded with Americans.
Sure, because it's not overcrowded with Canadians. I know it's quite a complicated history. The history of Cuba, a whole other issue.
Number 8. Ketchup-flavored chips.
I think that's incredible. I
What?
love this.
Ketchup-flavored chips doesn't even sound right, let alone it being an actual thing.
Speak for yourself. It sounds incredible. It is incredible. Who doesn't love potato chips and ketchup? That's incredible.
But a country that loves ketchup so much, it's only fair that they put it on everything. Literally everything. Even chips. Ketchup chips are made by Lay's, which are only sold in Canada. Anyone who grows up in Canada
crazy to
remembers
me.
fingers dusted with red
How come it's only sold there? I think I've seen them in other places.
ketchup seasoning that became permeated deep into the skin. It's the same as Americans with Cheetos. You would think that ketchup chips would have come from America,
No.
with Heinz being the most distinguished ketchup brand out there. While you can find versions of this
But
beloved
that's, I think, the most world-renowned, famous ketchup brand.
chip flavor south of the border, they're nothing like the ones that the people of Canada have grown to love. Number 7. Lining up for the bus.
How is that weird?
No list would be complete without mentioning one of the noticeably polite things Canadians do.
You're at the bus stop.
Like its southern neighbors, Canadians don't rush and climb over other people to break the line.
Yeah.
This is a potentially friendly, but usually silent, social situation in which people wait for the bus in a line snaking down the block. The first people to arrive at the stop, and therefore those who wait for the longest, get on first and have the
Yeah.
first choice of seat.
As it
In many
should be.
countries and cities, people wait as one blob of humanity where anyone around can touch or rob you. But in Canada, there's an unspoken and unwritten
Okay, hold on. Again, everyone has to keep it civilized. So, okay.
rule. You line up instead.
Yeah, that's normal.
Number 6. Put the cream in the coffee.
Okay, cream.
We've heard milk in
That's normal.
coffee, but cream? That's just weird.
No,
We all know Tim
listen.
Hortons is a crucial part of Canadian culture, not
It's a creamer. I think that's normal, right?
content with options such as milk and sugar. Many Canadians choose to put a hefty dollop of cream in their coffee. Visitors and immigrants may find this strange, but it's entirely normal behavior in the fairy tale land that is Canada. A double-double is a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. In other words, it's got a fair whack of calories to go with it. Our
Okay, what on earth what were they doing? Why does it need to be whipped? What is this?
black coffee lovers must be furious at this.
No, because you're not drinking. You're not the one drinking this creamer. I think that's quite normal in the US as well. A lot of people do take creamer with their coffee.
Number 5. No shoes indoors.
Oh, because of the winter?
This may be a minor aspect of Canadian culture, but leaving your shoes by the door when entering a home is a widely accepted norm in contrast to the United States and some Western European nations. This is no doubt due in part to the extreme weather bringing torrents of mud and snow that otherwise would be tracked indoors.
Yeah.
But it's likely also influenced by Canada's large Asian immigrant population.
Oh. Why do Asians take their shoes off?
Number 4. Spell things differently. Most Canadian
British
accents don't sound all that different from the ones in the US. However, there are noticeable differences between certain spelling and pronunciation, since Canada has a separate English dictionary from America.
Oh.
Canada retains some facets of British spelling. For example, Canadians keep the U in words like honor and color, and like Brits, they add an extra L in words like traveling.
I did not know. Okay, that's interesting. The color one, especially, I think that will be quite weird. I thought they did it the American way.
Canadians also use the word Z to describe the last letter of the alphabet. And if you hear a Canadian use the word pop, they're just referring it to soda. Also, they're just
The pop one, there are some regions in the US that refer to this as pop and not soda.
obsessed with the word A.
A.
Oh my
3,
god,
moose on the road.
that's a very giant moose.
Moose are pretty intimidating creatures if you view them up close, and even if you're quite far
Can't you get that close to a moose? I think it would run away.
away, they can be quite scary. So while they may be quite harmless 9 times out of 10, it can be a chilling experience to be greeted by one if you're driving down some random country road.
Oh my god.
In other countries, you meet other animals like snakes, deer, or in the case of Australia, a kangaroo. But meeting a moose is a different ballgame altogether. If this kind of thing happens,
What is this video? The guy's not even faced by a moose running in the street? That would be strange. You would be freaking out.
to you,
Well, I know, I would.
then we'd suggest you take a deep breath, think about your options,
They're in the middle of, I don't know, this is a normal neighborhood? There's a bunch of giant moose in your parking garage? That's crazy.
and question why some Canadians consider this to be normal.
It isn't normal. What?
And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. The French Canadians.
What?
The next weird thing on our list is the French Canadians.
Wow, what weird. French Canadians. What? People?
You're thinking there are French people in every part of the world.
Yes.
You're right, but most of the time, when you hear someone talking in a French accent, you'd assume they're from the country itself. But that isn't the case in Canada.
Well,
The Quebec region of the country is known for being home to mostly French-speaking individuals. These people are so much in abundance, they're not even considered diaspora. Every native Montrealer has mastered the skill of combining French and English together.
I mean, yeah, bro, they've been here for hundreds of years. They're literally French Canadian. That's it.
You can find a combination of French and English words on street signs which no one outside of Canada can understand. Canadians also love to cuss in French.
Oh well, as in French people.
Number 1. Canadian bills. Sometimes it can be quite depressing parting with your money or just having to get money out in general, so why not liven things up with some colorful notes? The Canadian bills are so colorful and lively, you actually look forward to spending them. That's not the only cool thing about the bills, though.
If you like them, you should be. It's the opposite. You want to keep them, not give it away.
The new Canadian notes are made of a plastic-like material that has a clear strip running through it, allowing you to see from one side to the other. Canada is the only country where you can see through the bill. This perfectly represents the spirit of Canada and its overly zealous people.
How so?
Which one of these facts did you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Okay, this was a very interesting video. I think the most two mind-blowing things to me that I would love someone to explain this to me. The milk in the bag, I don't get it. And now I didn't really understood it before. I understand even less now. I don't really get the idea of again, why do you need the milk in a bag? And also, once I know that it's very unpractical, because I used to think, okay, so you kind of cut it. Yes, you kind of cut it, and it's gonna be a mess, obviously, because nobody drinks. Oh, I'm gonna drink this whole carton of milk in just one go, unless you're doing very specific. But usually, you're gonna have to put it back in the fridge. So how am I grabbing this bag, and how do I close it? And do I have to put it in the fridge? It's gonna spill all over. It's gonna be a disaster. But no, apparently there are some jars that are specifically designed to fit this bag. It's okay. Okay, if I have to buy something else in order for this thing to work, how come we just do not buy the thing in the carton or buy it in a jug? There's got to be more practical ways to do this. So I have no idea why are they living like this? I have no idea. And again, they mention it's only in certain parts of Canada. Would love to know which ones. And again, can you get milk in a carton or in in a jug? Or in this specific sort of area, province, I don't know if this is by state, area, province, whatever it is, can you get milk, normal milk, or you're just, no, if I ever move there, I'm resigned to have this milk in a bag, which is the most impractical thing in the world, and it's a disaster. And I can't even imagine, because again, sometimes accidents do happen. So I'm just imagining cutting, you're getting into, yes, I'm getting home, I'm loading on my groceries, and then you have to cut the thing, and then you have to cut the bag, and then it spills all over because, I don't know, sometimes, again, accidents happen, and sometimes you're being very careful, but again, it happens. I may explode all over your kitchen, or it's gonna spill all over your things. I don't know, it's such a thing that again, this makes me upset. This makes me incredibly upset to know they're still living like this. I don't get it. Please, why? I want a good explanation why this is better, apparently. Please. The other thing that I found it's funny to me, it's funny that they're not unfazed by this. The moose situation, I don't know how out of control it is, and I don't know if it's all over Canada. I think maybe it's in rural areas. I'm not expecting, or maybe I am, I don't know, because I'm trying to think, well, there are sort of woodsy areas. I don't know where moose specifically are located, but if I ever go to Vancouver or Toronto or Montreal, I'm trying to think of big cities, will I, I'm driving and is a moose going to appear in the middle of the highway? I think, well, I would expect no. I think it maybe only happens in more rural areas, just because I liken this to sort of a deer. No, but deer are not sort of everywhere. And again, not deer, but maybe a cow, because those things are huge. I know moose are. I mean, I knew. Yeah, sure, they're big, but I don't think I've ever seen a moose up close. I had no idea they were that incredibly big. It looks like a horse. They're gigantic. They're just incredibly big. They run also really funnily. I don't know. They're kind of stumbling all over the place. Which, well, yeah, it's a wild animal. I'm not expecting anything else. That's still kind of funny to see them running around. And again, how much of a problem is this? Are they everywhere? Is it a problem? Is it as in, I don't know, squirrels that you can find sort of everywhere? I know not all places have squirrels, because obviously there's a lot of buildings and cities, and the squirrels are not going to be there unless you're in a park, and they're in their habitat. But again, sometimes you're able to, I don't know, you encounter a squirrel. Sometimes, if you live in, I don't know, in a more rural area, I think that's kind of normal. As in, also, I don't know, raccoons maybe. Although raccoons are kind of a problem sometimes. But again, how big of a problem is this? I think, again, I'm likening it to other animals, but those animals, the squirrels, raccoons, they're not, it's just, it's just a small animal. It's not going to do anything to you. Of course, they can be annoying because they can do other things, like taking out, they kind of throw out my garbage, or they throw out my garbage bin. I don't know. They do other things. But it's normal, or a squirrel, which is, it's adorable, is there, and that's it. But, if I ever see a moose in my garage, I'd be very alarmed by that situation. And even in that clip, it wasn't just one. It was, I think, 3 or 4. So I would be, I don't know, would I call the cops? I think I would call the cops. I don't think they're aggressive, and they're, it's fine, you don't have to, they're not gonna, it's scary maybe to look at them up close. I don't think I would approach them just because I don't know if they're aggressive. It wouldn't occur to me just because it's a wild animal. But at the same time, I think they're gonna run away. They're not used to humans. So if they see you coming their way, they're probably gonna run the opposite way just because, again, it's not a cat, it's not a dog that's gonna come at you. Oh, pet me, please rub my belly. No, of course not. But again, how much of a problem are the cops constantly being called over this? I'm sorry, hey, there's a moose here. What do? I need to, I don't know, get out of the house. So is it gonna be okay? Is it gonna run away? Is it gonna attack me? I don't know. So confused about that situation, and it's even funnier to me that apparently it's normal for them. It's It's like seeing a squirrel, which, okay, well, not really. It's a moose. I'd be alarmed. The whole sort of language thing, I did not know. I thought they sort of I know obviously the accent. It's hard. A lot of Canadians sound as in the generic American accent. I know, of course, they all have their own accents, as in the Americans, depending on the region and, whatever other factors, people have other sort of accents. But I thought, well, yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard to pinpoint someone as being Canadian unless the sort of A comes or some other things. And I think their accent is quite similar to some regions of the US as well, especially I think the Midwest and sort of North Dakota. It sounds similar. So again, it would be a little hard to sort of pinpoint that. So I was expecting them, the spelling is the same as the US. But no, apparently they spell a lot of things as in the UK, which I was massively shocked by this. I think their whole regional sort of thing, they call soda, they call it pop, the sad. I think those are kind of weirder things. Although, again, even in the US, in a lot of regions, and a lot of places, I think in this sort of day and age, I think a little bit less. But I think older generations in specific regions of the US, they still call soda pop. So I don't think that was that weird, just because I think it just depends, and probably some people in Canada and some Canadians do still refer to soda as soda. The other thing I was surprised by him being surprised by the whole lining up for the bus. I think that should be normal. Yeah, of course, this is not a bunch of people just, the bus is here, we have to run. No, why would you run? It's everything. Usually it's sort of organized, and if first come first serve, if the person first in the queue gets up first, because they're first in the queue and they're first on the line, usually, I think. And the other is the ketchup flavored thing. I think I've seen them before. I'm pretty sure I've seen sort of in other places. I think that I've seen the ketchup chips. But maybe they invented the concept as in, let's put ketchup in a potato chip, which I love. I don't think that's weird, because if you really do think about it, they were kind of, they're not even that creative. They were just being incredibly far ahead of their time. Just because, if you eat fries with ketchup, as that's a normal thing that I think is the most common way to eat a French fry. Well, why wouldn't you translate this to a potato chip? Let's eat them with ketchup. And of course you're not. That would be mental. That would be crazy to just get a potato chip and get ketchup, and then I'm grabbing my potato chip and I'm putting ketchup. That would be extremely weird. So I think that's what I'm going with. They were being incredibly sort of fast forward thinking, and they were, we're being creative in the sense of imagining a future. Imagine a future where you can get a ketchup flavored potato chip. Incredible. Canada's greatest contribution, I would think, is, with probably maple syrup as well. But that was incredible to me, and I didn't know. I thought, because I've seen them in other places, I thought, maybe they're just very popular in Canada. But I didn't know. No, they actually invented this. So you know what? Great, incredible. We should all be thankful for Canadians for that, and probably other things, but specifically that. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.